Hi, I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things thrifty, frugal and money saving. And if you watched my last video, you will have seen that I was talking about trying to find another side hustle. We're in a kind of situation where I could go to work, I could go and find an office job. I really don't want to do that. I've done that before. I'm kind of committed to doing lots of other things as well. I do quite a lot of freelance writing and I write a blog and I do this channel and other things. And normally we prop ourselves up really with a bit of lodger money, and we haven't had the lodger money. Because our lodger's gone and it wasn't worth getting another one because we're in the process of selling our house. So we're missing that money, and then eBay's gone completely flat. It goes flat every summer anyway, and it's really gone flat. So I was looking out for other things to do, and a few people did give me some ideas in the comments of my last video. But one I had already started exploring was cleaning, working for a cleaning agency. And because I quite like cleaning, and I thought, well, I can do, it's not stressful. It's domestic cleaning. I could just take a job here and there, just cleaning someone's house, and just to fit in around my other commitments. So this week I signed up with 2 cleaning agencies because I thought there won't be much work, maybe, I don't know how much work I'll get. And actually I've been deluged. I could just be working every day, all day, which obviously I don't want to do. I have other things to do. It has been a hot week to start it. We've had a heat wave here in the UK. And I have been sweating buckets doing some of the cleaning. I did with another lady from the agency, we did a kind of move-in clean for a big house, massive big house in the country. She had no idea how big this house was going to be when she took the job on. And thankfully, I helped her right at the last minute. I literally just got signed on the day before. And we were there for 6 hours. She'd already been there an hour when I got there. And it was supposed to be 4 hours. But it was so big, there was so much to do before the people moved in the following day that she wanted to get it done, and I thought, well, I'll help her and kind of impress her on my first job with her. So that was good. So I did that, and I've done some cleaning for friends, and the other agency gave me a job as well in a flat, which should be an easy job. It's a 2-bedroom flat, but it was actually filthy 2-bedroom flat. So I've done that twice now, and it still really needs deep, deep cleaning. And then I've just did a cover clean this morning. So what I want to do is just get maybe 3 little regular 3-hour jobs, or 4 maybe, 4 regular 2 to 3 hour jobs over the course of the week. And that will be absolutely perfect. That'll make me a bit of money. That'll easily cover the lodger money and get me out of the house and doing something different. And as I say, I can pick and choose the job. So it feels quite ideal for me, actually, apart from the heat. The heat hasn't been ideal. Today, it's cooled down a bit, clouded over. So this morning I did go and help. I did the cover clean this morning and it was really fine. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. I'm not finding it too taxing. I'm quite enjoying being out of the house, and it's nice just to be bringing in a little bit of extra money. So it's good to have the flexibility as well. So, I can do cover cleans if I want to, I can do extra stuff if I want to, but I don't have to, I'm not obliged to. So it's turned out to be quite a good little side hustle. Whereas the other thing that I do, as you will know if you watch regularly, is sell on eBay, and increasingly of late on Vinted. And I always found Vinted very easy to use. The app's really nice. It makes sense. It's really easy. From a buyer's perspective as well, the seller doesn't get the money until you're happy. You've said you're happy with the purchase. So it's kind of that built-in protection. So I was generally really impressed with Vinted and was thinking, well, there's no fees. I'm going to just move across there more and more. However, had an experience this week that's really made me doubt that and start looking into the problems that there are sometimes with Vinted. I think I had 2 parcels that I posted, and it was my fault. I started the problem because I had to go and put them in a Hermes locker, and I scanned one and then must have posted the other one. So then when I come to scan the other one, it didn't work. So I rang their customer services at InPost, and they explained that that's what I'd probably done, and said, well, if you put the other one in now, we'll clear the code. And I said, well, wouldn't it be better for me to just put the other one in and scan the other code so that there's 2 codes and 2 parcels? And they said, oh, well, you can do that if you like, but we've reset the code anyway. So I didn't really understand that. And I thought, okay, I'll just do it. So I went and scanned it and used the code again. And then one woman received her parcel and the other woman didn't, so it didn't arrive. And then when I rang it in post and said, look, I've got this problem, and I had this problem when I posted it, is that anything to do with it? She said, oh, actually, when we reset it, looks like we've reset the two parcels to go to the one address. So they've both been delivered to the first address. So it's like, oh my God, what do I do? So I then messaged the first woman who definitely received a parcel and said, have you received two by mistake? Did you not realise? They'd even given me, in post, sent me a photograph so I could see there were two parcels on her doorstep. They'd been left there and photographed. The door was open, so she was there. So I thought, well, she has received them. They really looked like mine. But she's obviously not admitting to the fact that she's received two parcels. And it was my fault in the first place, but in post did not help by resetting the code so that they both went to the same address. So then I tried to contact Vinted and said, I've got this issue. Well, I tried to say that. I couldn't say that to anybody because you look through Vinted, you can't find a phone number. I couldn't find a contact email. I couldn't find any way of actually getting hold of them. So I tried the chat bot, but it literally was a robot and I couldn't get any sense out of it at all. And I wanted live chat, really. And I think it does exist, but I couldn't get onto it. So I Googled, how do you contact Vinted? And people said, try Twitter. So I messaged them on Twitter. And it's Friday today. And I messaged them, I think it was Monday or Tuesday morning. And I've not had a reply. I've gone back to them and said, hello, is anybody there? And then I started looking at some of the other comments on Twitter regarding Vinted. And so many complaints about the fact that you cannot get hold of the customer service team. It's just impossible to get hold of them. And there are some people that do seem to have contacted them by live chat. So there must be a way of doing that. But they say that the problems are not being resolved, or people have put pictures on of them. They're having a conversation with people at Vinted who have just then marked it as resolved when it isn't, and they've just closed the case down. And people saying they're very rude when they do manage to get hold of somebody. They're run by a load of 12-year-olds with an attitude problem and that kind of thing. So I thought, well, at least they've done better than me by actually managing to speak to them. But I wanted to speak to them to say, what do I do? What do I do about this? This woman's not getting it. You're going to give her a refund? What happens to me? Because it wasn't me that actually directed them both to the other woman. The other woman's not admitting to have received two parcels, and it's just literally, it's impossible. So it seems that Vinted is very good if everything works, but if there's a problem or a kind of situation where you're not happy as a seller or a buyer, then you just cannot get hold of anybody to speak to them. So just to make you aware of that, I'd be interested to know in the comments if anybody else has had any similar experiences. I mean, I know that eBay can be quite frustrating when you're a seller. They're very good if you're a buyer, I think. But as a seller, I've had to contact them on various occasions, and I've always been able to get hold of somebody. So I've either live chatted them or I've actually spoken to them, and they don't always resolve it to how you would like it resolved, but they do it to the extent that they're allowed. So I had a problem with one woman who said that something was damaged, and I know that it wasn't damaged when it left me, but when it came back, it was damaged. And so she demanded her money back. And I did say to them, this woman's damaged it. I know she has. And they were like, oh, well, not much we can do about it. That was their attitude, really. They said they would put a mark against her name. So whether or not that means anything or not, I don't know. But at least I could speak to them. So I found that quite frustrating. I found the whole online selling thing is very frustrating at the moment. So nevertheless, I still got dragged out to a boot sale with my daughter. She made me go to one with her. She didn't make me. I wanted to go, really. It was a nice day. She can't drive at the moment. I've mentioned before she had an operation. So we went to a boot sale and I bought more stock. Most of it was supposed to be to sell, especially as I am theoretically on a no-spend July. So I should be buying nothing except essentials. However, I do always buy stuff for business, so that's allowed. But I shouldn't then also buy stuff for myself. But when you go there and there's like a shirt, well, there was a t-shirt for, I think it was £1 for Justin, and a couple of other things you'll see. I'll show you what I got. When you see things that cheap, you've got to pick them up there and then. No spend July or not. And I maybe spent, I don't know, £5 on things for myself. So no spend July fail. But at the same time, when you always try to buy second hand and you always try to get the lowest price possible on everything, if you see something that is for you, you're going to buy it, whatever, aren't you? Well, I am anyway. So that's my excuse for my no spend July fails. I'm now calling it a low spend July. So I'll show you that. And then we also had another really lovely walk on Sunday. It was very warm, so it went out quite early. And we took a picnic with us and had a really early, it was like brunch because we went out so early in the first place. We hadn't had any breakfast, so we took a coffee and a picnic. And we stayed mainly in the shade because, well, mainly for us, but also for Archie. He really can't cope with the heat, our little dog. So we wanted to keep him in the shade as much as possible. And we ended up doing a really long walk. It was absolutely gorgeous. So I'll just show you that. If you've seen, I think it was a video of mine 2 videos ago, we walked around Wivenhoe in Essex, and this one was very close by. It's Alresford, and we walked from Alresford Creek all the way down to Wivenhoe and then back again. It was a really lovely walk. I'll show you that as well. Quick boot sale haul. My daughter dragged me to a Saturday morning, quite a small boot sale actually, which was nice because it's so small. The traders don't bother with it, so the people that tend to be there are people who've had a clear out, which is ideal. So although it wasn't a huge boot sale and we'd finished by 10 to 9, I got a few bits anyway, interesting bits. So I got this Jules top, size 12, just a stripy cotton top, floaty long top for £1. That was quite good. Picked this up because I thought there's something like this. It's a bit grubby, but it's so Cath Kidston, and everything you need to make this bag is inside, and it actually does have all of the fabric and the pattern inside. So I don't know what that cost to start with, £15 looks like, but it's got lots of other things you can make as well. A bird mobile, a knitting bag. If I was a crafter, I'd keep that. It'd be really nice. I have no idea what the value would be, not massive, but it was interesting. I picked this one up from my mum. It's actually vintage. It's a vintage puzzle because it's 1991, but it's obviously harking back to times gone beyond that even. So it's all Vimto advertising collection. Do you like this jigsaw puzzle? So I'll give that to my mum. She will do it when she's finished with it. I'll sell it if it's worth it. All the pieces are there, but she loves doing puzzles anyway. So she's always got a good puzzle on the go. So I think she'll like that one. This one I just picked it up for Justin. It's a super dry t-shirt. I thought he might like that. It's quite a thick one actually, more winter than summer, and that was £1. People were charging good amounts for things as well. They weren't overcharging. They were just having a clear out. This isn't for Justin because I don't think he would wear it. I've never sold men's fat face, but it's a men's fat face cotton shirt, extra large, so good size. I've never tried selling it, but I thought, give it a go for £1. It's kind of worth having a try. I picked up a couple of nice Cath Kidston mugs, 50p each. I think they're really cute. I love Cath Kidston. I'm a sucker for that old sort of cottagey style. Showing my age really. I'm not into modern stuff. I like shabby chic. Talking of which, these are Laura Ashley curtains. They're not lined actually, unusually for Laura Ashley. But they're quite nice curtains. That one looks like it's actually broken, that thing there. Oh no, it has a little clip that clips on. Oh, I've never seen those before. But they're, Laura Ashley. Oh, they are lined. I lied. Oh, they are lined. Laura Ashley, they're quite small curtains, but they're in good nick. And the lady only wanted £3 for them, which I thought was a bargain. I'm like, Laura Ashley, and you can't really buy it anymore. Although I think someone's taken Laura Ashley on, but I don't know who. That's everything. It's just the other curtain in there. I said I like shabby chic. It's an upcycled lampshade, and I ignored it the first time because I thought I don't need that. And then I went back and thought, I just really like it. It's just nice. It cost me £2. It's just an old-fashioned lampshade that somebody stuck a load of patches on, but I think it's quite effective. I quite like that, and that was £2, I think. I picked up this basket, which I don't need any baskets. I just liked the shape of it. I thought it was really nice, and it's in good condition, and that was £1. So you can't go wrong really, can you? It's got these little toggles, opens out. It's just nice for kind of storing stuff, maybe loo roll, that kind of thing. I'll probably keep this because I quite like it. And then the final thing I got, I just realised I didn't actually pick up that much. Thought I'd got more. Was this trug and this came from the same lady with the basket, and it's got black sheep ale on it. And I thought that's quite nice because it's just nice to kind of keep your cleaning products in, or gardening tools, or you can use it as a trunk to pick your vegetables down the garden. It's quite lightweight really, but I just thought I quite like that, so I picked that up. How much was that? I think that was £2 as well. And I don't know, I may keep that. I may sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I have to decide anyway. I quite liked it, so I just thought, why not? And that was it. So that was everything, all of the haul. Not massive, but it was quite enjoyable. As I say, it was not stressful. It wasn't super busy. There weren't miles and miles of stores that you couldn't get round in a day barely. And the other one has got loads more stalls that I go to. But as I said before, it's just full of traders, which is fine if you want to go and buy your bin bags cheaply, or get some vegetables, or buy your out-of-date cakes and biscuits and snacks. But a lot of it's just kind of clothing that's seen better days, and it's really just jumble sale stuff. I don't know how the people make their pitch and to anything on top, really, how it's worth them doing it, because they never seem to sell a lot. But anyway, that's the haul for today. You're in the paddle, Archie. I don't blame you. Where's he going? Where's he going? Come on in. You drinking the river? Come on in. Don't you jump up at me.
I tell you, if we do get that house, I'm going to make you cycle up to the Brightland Sea.
You have to get me an electric bike for that, lovey. I've got arse over tit doing this. Sometimes it gets quite waterlogged here. There he is.
Archie!
Archie's getting straight in the mud, so you should have thought about that before. Uh-oh. Woo! You found Arch. You've made me walk all the way to Wivenhoe. That boat. Bert Pryor, the boat, it's called. Archie's been desperate to get in all the muck. and mud, but luckily we've managed to stop him so far. And this week we stood on this bridge the other night when I did my vlog of our week. And we just parked in Wivenhoe that day and walked around Wivenhoe, but today we've gone from Alresford all the way to Wivenhoe, which is a good walk, especially as it's so hot. And we had a sea breeze, but that seems to have gone now. I think we need to find a shady spot to sit in for a bit and have some of our picnic. See Justin fall in the water. Archie's not actually going in now. Can you go in, Arch? Is it really muddy? Someone's playing some music, practicing the saxophone.
Hold it in.
Hold it in. You can stop now.
Coming back. This is it, we're there. Oh, that wasn't too bad, was it, here?
Not back yet.
It's got a beach here as well, look.
That's where I think we went last time and looked, didn't we?
Look at the beach if you want to come here and swim when the tide's in.
Fabulous. Come on, Arch. Look at that blue sky. We can hear the peacocks. That is a perfect cornfield, isn't it? Or wheat field, or whatever it is. What do you think, Arch? It's the wobbly camera work you come here for, isn't it? I'm never very good at doing this. It's just filmed on my phone. I'm not a professional photographer. You may well have noticed that already. But anyway, it was another nice walk, and we've had a really good week. It's been quite productive, quite enjoyed it. So if you enjoyed it too, please give me the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications as well, so you know next time I'm publishing something. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.